Motor, J Motor, J Motor, J Motor, recognize Heckler House, Heckler House. Oh, 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 oh.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Thomas back again with another rendition of Truth Be Told. Now, this past week, there wasn't anything major going on in the news except for the whole China's going to shoot down Pelosi if she goes to Taiwan. And, you know, this administration or whatever the fuck you want to call these government retards are trying to claim we're not in a recession when clearly we are, and it's been proven. So, they're idiots, and people are dumb for listening to their bullshit lies. But anyways, let's get on to what I really want to talk to you about this week. There were quite a few trailer drops recently. I did part of them last week, and I'm going to go through a few of them this week. There are 3 vampire type movies. I like fantasy and sci-fi mostly. But dark fantasy is okay with me too, sometimes horror. The first one is called Day Shift. Stars Jamie Foxx and Snoop Dogg, which honestly, it doesn't look all that great. It looks okay, but they say that Snoop Dogg is like this kick-ass vampire hunter. Just looks retarded because the guy really can't act. He's a rapper. He's not really an actor. He's not a cool dude, I don't think. I think he's a piece of shit. He can't act worth a crap. 2, if you've ever watched him in a TV show or a movie, you know the guy smokes dope. I'm surprised. He's rich. He's a celebrity. So naturally, the police ain't going to do anything to him. He literally, all the time, his eyelids are half closed. He's one of the slowest motherfuckers I've ever seen. He's slow as shit. And you're going to tell me these super fast vampires, he can kick their ass. Get the fuck out of here. They would tear him up. Come on, give me a break. Alright, next one is called The Invitation, which kind of has like an, I don't know, it's more like I don't know, some kind of like Hellfire Club kind of looking type of fucking show. I'm not sure about that one. And then, of course, they had to remake Interview with a Vampire. Now, I'm pretty sure this is a Netflix series. I don't think it's a movie. But it looks dumber than fuck. They literally changed the fucking characters. They're not the original characters. I liked the original Interview with a Vampire. It was a good movie. This looks dumber than shit, so I don't know about it. They did a switch bait. Of course, it's Disney. National Treasure 2 or 3, whatever you want to call it. I'm not even sure it's a movie. I think it's kind of like a series on Disney Plus or whatever. But it looks stupid because they literally swapped out Nicolas Cage and put this retarded ass woman actress in his place. And in the teaser trailer, she basically like takes off this hat and then looks at you and smirks like, ha ha, we're doing a feminist version of National Treasure. Fuck off, Disney, you suck. And then I saw the trailer to a movie called The Samaritan, which got, Sylvester Stallone in it. Man, he's getting fucking old. But, I like Sly. But I don't know about this movie. He's playing like some kind of old ass superhero. Just don't give a shit anymore because people in this world has gone full ass loon. I don't know. We'll see. And then a couple honorable mentions. I saw something called Carter that was some type of action flick. It may be alright, but I already feel Jason Bourne vibes with it because this character loses his memory and doesn't realize who he is, but yet he can whip fucking people's asses like it's nothing. And then the other one was called Barbarian. It looked interesting, but at the same time, as a horror flick, it kind of felt like they were doing some kind of serial killer, keeps people down in a dungeon type fucking vibe from the trailer. I don't know. We'll see. But that's all the trailers for now. Another thing I wanted to get to was something that's just irritates the piss out of me. Because I literally have the same fucking argument with these far leftist loons on Twitter about Star Trek. The original Star Trek, not the fake track of JJ and Kurtzman. But they try to tell me it's all about communism and socialism, and you know, now they're trying to say the Orville's the same way. And there are several articles out there that you can find where the far left, you tell it's a far leftist because it's very biased. They always are. And they try to claim that Star Trek is communist, but it's not. It's literally been proven several times. I'll even leave a few links down in the description down below so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to post a whole bunch of them, just a few, because you can look shit up yourself, find out for yourself. The show is not about communism. Now, the new, or the fake track of JJ and Kurtzman, I mean, it may lean a little more towards socialism, communism, because they're woke as fuck. They're very, very far left ideology in all the shows they've been making for Star Trek here lately. And it's bullshit. The original Star Trek and, you know, Gene's vision of Star Trek before JJ got a hold of it had nothing to do with socialism or communism. It is based on a post-scarcity type of society, has nothing to do with socialism and communism. In fact, there's an interview, I'll leave it down below, where they have an interview with Seth MacFarlane. He's like, he does this whole argument about, you know, the replicators. If you have replicators, you cannot have communism. It just won't work. The society would collapse. Same thing with socialism. It won't work. That wasn't Gene's vision. There was, with his late wife, Gene, the one that played Nurse Chapel, and Deanna Troy's mother on Next Generation. His ideas lean more towards liberalism and some conservatism. His son literally states this in an interview he had. His late wife tried to say that when she first met him and they got married, he was into Buddhism and it kind of came off like communist, but he wasn't. Towards the end, he was more anti-communist, and he leaned a little bit more towards liberalism. And he did have some conservative ideas as well. And you see this throughout the show, from all the Star Treks up until JJ's timeline. An interview with Rod Roddenberry in 2017, you can look it up. Rod Roddenberry says his father was not communist. He was very anti-communist. And he had some liberal ideas and he had some conservative ideas. That's what he put in the show. He also strayed away from Buddhism and became a humanist, or a humanist, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But you can find all this. It's not hard. Look it up. The far left wants to try to tell you it's all about communism and socialism, when it's been proven it's not. It has nothing to do with it. So, you know, I'm tired of having this debate and argument with far left loonies on Twitter. You know, it's just getting old, because they bring it up all the fucking time, and it's false. The original Star Trek was not woke, and it had nothing to do with social and communism. It's been proven several times. Look it up. Okay, let's move on to your B-movie reviews. Okay, movieaholics, moving on to your B-movie reviews. This week is Horror Week. Now, continuing our Killer Doll marathon or whatever for Horror Week, we are on to movies number 6 for both Chucky and Puppet Master. Now, the 6th installment of Chucky is called Curse of Chucky. It was done in 2013, and it only made about $4 million. It didn't do all that great. It started Brennan Elliott and Fiona Dourif, which is Brad Dourif's niece, the one that does the voice of Chucky. You also had, you know, cameo of Jennifer Tilly in this. Basically, the story is Chucky kind of has Jennifer, which you find out towards the end of the movie. Chucky has Jennifer Tilly, his wife, send him off to this family whose mother he kind of had like this super crush on. He's very demented, but you know, while she was pregnant, he killed her husband, and she was pregnant with the girl in the movie, the star of the movie, Fiona. She's in a wheelchair, and her mother, Chucky tried to, I don't know, we tried to kidnap her, sort of, and try to make a family out of him, that kind of thing. It was really weird. But he, you know, he's fucked in the head. He's a serial killer. He killed off the father, and then he ended up stabbing the mother while she was pregnant, which caused her to grow up with being paralyzed. The daughter. But he has Jennifer mail him to this family, and then he slowly starts killing them. He even killed a priest. He kills them off one by one. They try to claim that's the daughter who killed them all, even though she's in a wheelchair. She's the one who killed all of them, even a babysitter or whatever, which was actually her sister's mistress or some shit. But anyways, there is a little girl who's her niece. Towards the end of the movie, she's with her grandmother, living with her grandmother. The girl, the daughter, is in the insane asylum, and Chucky is mailed to the little girl and her grandmother. You don't really see if the grandmother actually dies, only that she's got this plastic bag around her neck and she's suffocating in it. I mean, you kind of assume that she dies. You also have the little girl, which Chucky starts the voodoo channel on to swap bodies, but apparently it didn't work. I read some reviews that said that he says this in the next movie. I don't know. I'll let you know when I watch the next one, because you don't see her fate. You don't see what happens to her. I love the Chucky movies. I think they're awesome. I'm not sure about the Chucky series. I haven't started watching it. I'm afraid to. I'm afraid it's going to be real woke, and that really scares me. Because I like the Chucky movies. But anyways, this one, 2 thumbs up. It was good. I don't know why it didn't do so well at the box office. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't like the best one out of the bunch or the series, but it was decent. It wasn't bad. You had some decent acting in it, you know. If you like Chucky, you know, check it out. You'll probably like it. Alright, let's move on to your next Puppet Master, which is number 6, of course, in that series, too. There's a ton of these, so it'll take me a while to get through all the Puppet Masters. It's called Curse of the Puppet Master. Now, it was said that this was a standalone movie from the other ones. It was done in 1998, and it went straight to video. There was no box office. But anyways, this stars George Peck and Emily Harrison. Now, like I said, it was claimed that this is a standalone movie. It was done to revive the Puppet Master franchise, because they had it's been a while since they've done a new one. It uses a lot of stock footage, especially during the credits. You see Torch in the credits, one of the puppets. He is not in the movie, but it shows him in the credits, like I said, because they used a bunch of stock footage. You also have, they bring back Leech Woman, or, you know, whatever, Miss Leech. But the problem is she doesn't ever use her powers in this movie. You just see her for a couple of scenes. Basically, the movie is about this guy who found the puppets. He really wasn't a puppet master, but since he found them, supposedly found them at the inn somehow, even though they'd been already taken away, so that doesn't make any sense. But he found them at the inn, and he found out that they could move on their own. And now he's trying to create another new type of puppet that doesn't use the formula. Now, he has no idea it's not even mentioned in this movie, the formula. He's trying to figure out a way to do it through electricity, which eventually he does. He figures out a way to do it with electricity. he uses this kid who's kind of slow, supposed to be slow, and turns him into a puppet towards the end of the movie. And then that kid in the new puppet, he electrocutes him, kills him. That's his power, electricity, because he looks like a robot. Now, when the kid's building the puppet throughout the movie, he's using wood. He's not using, metal. But the puppet at the end looks like a metal version, like I don't know, it looks kind of like half tank, half human, robotic type looking puppet with like a TV head. It's kind of retarded. Apparently there was another kid before him that the old man used and tried to make a puppet out of him, but it didn't work. In fact, his daughter finds it and freaks out and knows what's going to happen to the new kid, which she's in love with. They kind of fall in love, but she doesn't stop it. She finds her father dying, and then she tries to tell the kid that's in the new puppet, don't kill him, but he does anyway. The puppets turn on the old man because they didn't want him turning the kid into a puppet. They liked the kid, and they considered him to be the actual new puppet master. Now, there's no sequels onto this or whatever. I mean, you have sequels of the Puppet Master, but not about this particular story. It's like they just did this, like I said, a standalone movie. And half of it was just dumb because they used a bunch of stock footage. The acting was really not that great. It was okay. It was really, really subpar acting. It's okay for a one-time watch, but I wouldn't. It's not a rewatch. It's a one-time watch. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It was probably one of the worst out of the series, I would have to say. I don't know because I haven't watched the rest of them yet, but it is definitely so far the worst out of the series, I think, personally. You may have a difference of opinion, but so far, 1 through 6, this was the worst one. Okay, that's all I have for you this week. Until next week, if you have any thoughts that I said earlier in the video or talked about earlier in the video, please leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you could think of any type of movie or underrated movie or something you think I may not have seen before that I might like and want to give a review on, please leave your suggestions down in the comment section down below, and I'll get to reviewing them as soon as I can. So until next time, I told you be told the truth, and you just been told.